like the example of gay men is because gay men are sexually attracted to women by definition, right? And
yeah, and a lot of times they don't want to be friends with women either because they're annoying as shit. Most gay guys prefer to hang out with other gay guys most of the time.
So just knowing that,
for obvious reasons.
So now you're making a universal claim for all men that women, like men, logically does not.
It makes perfect sense logically. Men want
to your mind, for men who only view women as sexual objects and they only value women insofar.
I'm going to read chats, guys, here in a little bit after this segment, and then we're going to go into the war.
As the women can provide some kind of satisfaction for the man, sure, then your view applies. But what I'm saying is that your view does not apply broadly. Like
it actually
for
does.
all men. Okay.
Okay, what are human beings put on earth to do?
Have fun and live and hang out with our friends.
Let's translate the womanese. Have sex and have kids, right?
Okay, so, that's what you think because you
we know what that means when girls say that. So we're put on earth to have sex and have kids. Like that's why we're here, right? So
see, and there's another thing too with female communication. They'll sit there and say, "Oh yeah, have fun." Yeah, that means 9 out of 10 times.
The man's sexual urge is extremely strong.
Like, what if girls just want to have fun? Because women can't be honest about what is fun for them because they'll look like. But why do girls go on spring break? Why do they call it girls gone wild? Get the fuck out of here with that, man. Like the ambiguous, and deceptive language is for obvious reasons. They want to be, but they don't want to be that. Want to admit that they're. I mean, what the like, bro? Look, what is this? This song is like 40 years old. Girls just want to have fun. Like what? Come on, man. Oldest.
Okay, you're a female, so you might not understand it, but testosterone makes you horny all the time. One of the main reasons why men deal with women in the first place is for sexual access.
Damn.
Now, some guys go through this surreptitiously, pretending to be your friend. Oh, I'm here in your corner. But the reality is they want to have sex, and that's their mating strategy to get said sex. You guys use different strategies to try to get laid.
Okay, I see that.
In short, if women didn't have, most guys would not talk to you.
So are you talking to me now because you want to have with me?
Bro, oh yeah, that's such an ownage. Yeah, wow. Yeah, she's so smart. Like, and this goes to show female hubris. Like, so we set up this entire setup. Like, I've been debating people for 3 hours now at this point, right? She was the last person. This is like female cockiness. Oh, you set up this whole thing so you can have sex with me? Like, are you like what?
This is actually precisely why I don't talk to women, actually. This is precisely why I only do it when I'm on camera, bro. This is frustrating. Bro, this is actually precisely why I don't talk.
Yeah, someone said True Gordy. I don't go True Gordy got to say, bro. That gets pegged in the ass well, just like Abba. Andrew Tate embarrasses the already, bro. Don't fucking bring that in my out again, bro. Are you? Why are all my ops? Why? And they're
talk to women off camera because this it's ridiculous.
No, but so does your claim hold? Yes or no?
What? That I only talk to?
No, like you said, men only talk to women because they want to have sex with them. I am a woman. We are talking.
You came up to the microphone to have a debate. This is a completely different scenario than the average male-female scenario and dynamic of talking to each other.
Okay, so
yeah, see, she can't even like distinguish that like this scenario in which we are speaking is extremely rare and uncommon and completely to the left field of the normal male to female interaction. And she knows I got her there. And she's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean when I say women lack critical thinking skills.
Yo!
It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, let me just take this one example and try to use this and build my entire argument on it. Are you trying to have sex with me?
No.
Because we're talking right now? It's like,
no. What I was doing, that, I know, I understand, like, it's a... The reason why I said that is to demonstrate why your argument does not hold.
What part of my argument doesn't hold?
Oh, where to start with that one. So you went through a
Women always do this. They'll say, "Oh, this doesn't hold," or "You're wrong," and then I'll ask them, "How am I wrong?" And they can never can do it. Watch her and just go crazy here, and not even be able to or like actually identify anything.
Series of propositions, and those propositions in themselves weren't substantiated.
What she fails to realize is those propositions are based in biological reality of how men and women view each other.
By any kind of scientific evidence, any kind of peer-reviewed
They're
studies.
literally substantiated by human evolution and biology.
Okay.
Like,
so, but
it's
that's not
literally
that's
biology.
Not,
It's very simple.
No. See, no. See, but are there peer-reviewed studies? Like, are there studies that I can
See,
look
and this is where we're going with this, right? So we're gonna get to a point, chat. Mark my words. Mark my words. This is a problem with over academia, right? And I can tell you guys this as someone that went to Northeastern University, a way better school than this, by the way, way better school than University of Florida. Okay, this girl thinks she's smart, but she's not. But this is where we're gonna go. We're gonna get to a point where irrefutable fact. People are going to come in and say, well, do you have a peer-reviewed study for that? Because it talks about unflattering realities about female nature. That is where we're going, chat. I promise y'all, that is where we are going to go. Because what we have now is what I call the over-academia of society. Okay? It used to be higher education was where you would go to have critical thinking, have difficult discussions, learn, educate yourself, etc. Now, with women infiltrating and taking over higher education and academia, especially psychology, where we're going towards is now women are going to want studies to prove their own behavior. That's what I'm telling you guys, that's where we're going. This is why psychology has been dominated by women and destroyed by women. And this is why, like, this is what makes me have even less respect for Chris Williamson, because Chris Williamson knows this. So his fear is if he brings someone in like me or Rollo Tomasi, whatever, he's going to get shunned by the psychology community and he won't be able to bring in these known that he brings on. That's a big reason. He thinks I don't know, but that's a big reason why, because the psychology world and higher education is dominated by women. And that is not a good thing. And we are quickly progressing towards an era where if you say things like men and women are biologically different, men are physically superior, blah, 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 they're going to sit there and tell you, oh, give me a peer-reviewed study on that. What? Demonstratable biological realities are no longer going to be accepted as fact, and these dumb are going to say, I need a study for that. Now, let me tell you why they say they want to study for that. Let's peel it back a layer, okay? You guys want to know why women like saying, oh, let me get a study on that? I'll tell you why. Because there's ethical standards that certain universities or certain funders would never fund if it has any type of implication, right? For example, let's say I was like, you know what? I want to do a peer-reviewed study. I want to do a study on women responding to status. I'm going to put a guy in a club, have him, popping bottles with a lot of money. Same one situation, he has a table and a bottle, etc. Another situation, he's dressed normal and he goes in. And we want to compare and contrast the differences between his interaction before and his interaction after he has the bottles. Now, sounds like an interesting study, right? I'd probably have difficulty getting that funded nowadays because of feminism and women having a chokehold on psychology and education. Why do you think we have all these diseases all of a sudden? ADD, ADHD, depression, right? All these weird mental things. Like, yo, how about this? How about that one? You ever thought about that? Everything is open to interpretation. Everything is like your subjective opinion matters. My truth. What? How about the truth? Incredible. It just goes to show the narcissism, the female mindset of narcissism and solipsism, where their interpretation of the world is what matters. It used to be, okay, back when it was real, it used to be the most competent of individuals had a seat at the table to say something and give their opinions, okay? Subjectivity and their subjective opinions were based on their merit. But nowadays, we let anyone at the table and give their opinion. That is not correct. We need to go back to a merit-based system where only intelligent people can give their opinions. Now, who most of the time tend to be women. Let's be honest. I predict if we don't reel this craziness in, we are going to get to a point where we are going to need a study for everything. We're going to get to a point where they're going to say, oh yeah, men are not physically superior to women. We need a study on that. What? Okay, what if someone just punches you in the face? Well, that's not appropriate. We need to make sure that we have the study structured in certain ways. Because like I told you guys before, even if I wanted to do a study that was based, it wouldn't get funded. Oh, there's ethical problems here. Why is there ethical problems? Oh, it's considered misogynistic or bigoted. What? To show that women, if I took a guy and put him in a club with a bottle and money out of his pocket versus the same exact guy with no bottle, he would get no attention versus the woman the guy that has the bottle has the attention. That's not ethical. Yeah, we can't fund that. Oh, okay. That's where we're going, chat. That's where academia is. I saw this happening when I was in college back in 2013. It's happened way faster than I thought, but I realized the woke toxicity was coming back then. And now it's full circle. It's gotten to a point that I am at a university and a woman can't even concede to biological differences and realities between the two genders. Incredible. Incredible. She basically needs a study to say 1 + 1 is 2 or water is wet. That's where we are. These motherfuckers can't even tell you how many genders there are. They can't even tell you that. We don't even have like a solid foundation to have a discussion because she's on Mars. I'm on Earth. She's in Mars though, clearly. And this is why, bro. I'm telling you guys, this is why female-led institutions always fail. They always fail because women are more concerned with not offending people versus the truth. I'm going to say that again. The reason why female-led institutions almost always fail is because women are more concerned with offending people versus the truth. That's what it is. This is why they suck as leaders, as bosses, as police officers, in the military. They suck at almost everything where deductive problem-solving skills are important and rationale. They suck at it. It's impossible for them. Now, are there some women that are capable of rational thought, deductive problem solving? Of course. Of course. But the problem is there's not enough of them to sustain a society. Does that make sense? Are there female engineers that are brilliant? Of course. Are there female scientists that are brilliant? Of course. But if we had to rely on female ingenuity to keep the world going, we'd be cooked, bro. There's not enough of them to go around to maintain a society. Sorry. Take, you'll get 1 brilliant female out of 100. That's the key difference. There's not enough of these women to go around and run a society properly. The majority of them are. Okay? It is what it is. It is. This is what it is. And I'm tired of having to sugarcoat it or lie about it or conceal my beliefs on it. That's what it is. And me debating this woman proves my point. This is a professor, higher educated, probably has, probably pursuing her doctorate, probably doing a fellowship of some kind. I don't know. But she can't even concede to inherent biological differences between men and women. Take a quick playing this so you guys can listen to this bullshit.
Up right now.
And then we're going to get into politics.
That say men are only friends with women because they want to only have sex with women, and that's it. Like
yes.
Men do right.
If you pull up studies,
okay.
If you pull up studies, it will tell you that what men look for in women is youth and beauty, which is tied to sex.
So where does that come from? Where does that like desire for youth and beauty come from? I'm trying to challenge like the claims that you make that you take to be true. They're just fundamental.
Okay, so you don't agree that men look for youth and beauty in women?
Okay, what I'm trying to do is understand why you are doing. But it seems to me that based on our conversation,
see, you're focusing more on me than my argument. That's the issue here. This is why you can't formulate an argument. You're more concerned with me and my worldview versus me telling you the biological fact that men
so what
are
you're doing
interested
right now
in reproduction.
okay, So what you're doing right now is conflating your worldview with what science. Like,
What she doesn't realize is my worldview is based off of science.
is. So you're saying, because I believe this, and because there are these scientific studies that say this, therefore this. However, we have to challenge the fundamental claims. Why is it that men only value youth and beauty? Is it because we happen to live in a society where women are valued in context to their ability to only reproduce up to a certain age, right? And then after that, women, quote unquote, expire after a certain age. So see, the thing is that in itself, we cannot even truly say that, because that is a social phenomenon. That is a product of our
That's a social phenomenon. Incredible, bro. Incredible. Social phenomenon.
society. And so we have to look at the structures that support what it is that we are even trying to understand. And so that's why I'm challenging.
All right, so guys, this proves right now why women need to be second class citizens again and be put in the kitchen.
No,
this is crazy. Like,
this actually doesn't.
I'm literally.
And so that's why I'm challenging.
All right, so guys, this proves right now why women need to be second class citizens again and be put in the kitchen.
No,
this is crazy. Like,
this actually doesn't.
I'm literally telling her the
anything.
sky's blue, and she's arguing with me, saying, "Well, I think it's green because if I look at it through this lens,
that
it's
is
actually
not
this way."
an equivalent analogy. That is not an analogous
Women have a very
situation.
difficult time accepting. Literally
Prove
telling her the
anything.
sky's blue, and she's arguing with me, saying, "Well, I think it's green because if I look at it through this lens,
that
it's
is
actually
not
this way."
an equivalent
Like,
analogy. That is not an analogous
Women have a very difficult time accepting and understanding biological fact because you guys don't like the fact that men are looked at as success objects. I accept this, while women tend to be looked at as sex objects. This is the reality. I bring resources, you bring sexuality.
So
that's what men
this
look
is
for. There's
the
a reason why,
world-
hold on, stop. There's a reason why men universally between 18 to 60 years old find the same exact demographic of female
and why
attractive.
is that?
18 to
Why?
24. That is the
Why?
golden range that men look for.
Okay.
They don't care about your
See,
education,
but you're not
your
going
status.
further and questioning why, and that's why
You're asking for
having
studies, and I'm
trouble.
literally telling you the
Like,
studies.
No. Okay. Then what journals are they in?
What?
Who are the authors? Where can I find these peer
See, bro, like this is what I'm trying to, like, incredible.
review studies? What's
This is where we're going, chat. This is where we're going. They're going to start telling you I need a study to say that there's two genders. I'm telling y'all, bro. They're going to start telling you I need a study to show why men want to have sex with women. I need a study, bro. I need a study.
the DOI?
Who are the authors?
Where can I find these peer-reviewed studies?
Yeah, like look it up. Like if we can't even
Sure,
be
there
on
are
common
many,
ground
many
that men are interested in women from a sexual replication value, then we can't even have a conversation because you're in Looney Tune world. Like you're literally like you don't even accept basic reality
Okay,
that
so
men.
because I don't accept your reality, then that means that
No, you don't
I'm
accept
wrong.
reality.
No,
And that's
see,
actually a
but
privilege
you are
that- you know what, this is
saying
interesting.
that- No.
Guys,
See,
as
what
you guys
you're-
can see
you're
here, hold on,
doing
stop.
this, like, weird, like no, because
This is
what
very
you're
interesting.
doing right now is doing this like weird
This
back
woman
and forth, trying to
is living in a Looney Tune world, and she's allowed to live in a Looney Tune world because she's a female. That is a privilege that only women have, where they could be this delusional, this unaware.
And just so you guys know, everybody behind her was like, yo, this retarded, like shaking their heads like this every time she was talking. Hundreds of people behind her. She can't see it though because she's looking at me. But we were behind her. We're like, what the is going on?
this much critical thinking and still make it by in life. If
No,
we took
I
her
think
brain and put it in
what
a
you're
man's
doing right
body,
now is
he'd be
project-
homeless.
No.
Because this girl's
See, that's
low
what
IQ.
you are doing.
This is
That's what
incredible.
you are doing.
And
You're
she's
the
a
one
college
coming-
student too.
You are the one coming to
Like, this
college
is the perfect
campuses
example of higher
trying
education
to-
does not mean that you're higher IQ. This is crazy.
Okay.
Like, you can't even accept biological reality.
See, because it is not
Feminism for you guys.
hardline fact,
See, because she knows, like, what I'm about to say is here. Let me think twice.
right? It's not like the same kind of truth as 2 + 2 = 4. That is a fundamental truth about our world, right? And so I'm trying to draw the distinction between these analytic truths.
You know what's
and then
funny?
these, like,
I'm looking at everybody
synthetic
here.
truths.
They all think you're. I'm being honest with
No.
you. You can't see them, but like they all think. I'm not even trying to be here, but we need to.
Look,
this is why we need to bring
I'm
bullying
not
back, right?
thinking about-
bullying is good.
I'm not thinking
because
about them.
here's the
I'm
thing:
looking
women
at-
never get
no.
bullied for their stupidity.
No.
This is
no.
gonna be. This is
I'm
going
not-
to remind her, like, oh, maybe I should think before I speak. Because if a guy was on here saying this ridiculous stuff, we'd all be laughing at him like, "You're dude." But like with women, you guys get a privilege of being morons just because you got. And we got some simps here in the back, probably. And Like, we don't say anything to you guys because we want to have sex with you. Women are able to say preposterous things because we want to get laid.
So
it's
I'm
actually
looking,
incredible.
Okay, great.
Incredible.
So, great. Okay. I'm looking at my students in the crowd here. To my students, my female students, my male students, this is not the way that argumentation works. And I want you to know that no matter who you are, just please do your best to exercise your reasoning, develop it, because this is not it. And I just want...
Well, there's a reason you should be in the
here.
kitchen, and it's pretty clear right now.
I see my students
Speaking of
here.
reasoning, you should be making